What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. To the new subscribers, there are a few of you. Welcome on in. To the usual suspects, welcome back. So today, on this one, we're putting on a steering stabilizer on the 250. And so what I want to talk about for a second, real quick, is what a steering stabilizer is and what it is not. It is not a fix for anything. You're not supposed to add this to fix a problem. Not supposed to add this to mask a problem. These 250s, 350s, they have a solid front axle. So when this tire hits a bump, you feel it in this tire, and it does shakes, and you feel it in the steering wheel. What this is supposed to do is dampen bump steer. Dampen the effect of what you feel in the wheel while you're driving the road for a more comfortable drive. This truck has a simple one shock on it from the factory. That's really all you need. Now, if you have massive 37s and you upgraded and you got a rough suspension or flex or whatever, you can use it just the better quality. You can get I really wanted the Fox one with the reservoir, like 460 bucks. But at the end of the day, my truck doesn't really have a problem. I don't drive down the road and go, oh my God, I gotta fix this. Mine's just got 148,000 miles and I'm gonna upgrade from the factory one. So I'm putting in a dual shock steering stabilizer from Skyjacker. Love made in America, born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana company. So I'm gonna give you a quick overview of the product. We're gonna put it in so we can move on down the road. Let's check it out. All right, like I said, this is the dual steering stabilizer kit. So you're gonna have a massive bracket that's gonna go around your axle up to a bracket here. Good old grade A hardware, lots of bolts, lots of pieces. And I went with dual Skyjacker Black Max shocks. Alright, got it all unpackaged. So like I said, this will go over the axle with your two U-bolts. You put your black rubber in each of your shocks. And you got these kits, there's 4 of them, which will go down into the shocks. And this will mount here for the tie rod, into the shock. The other one mounts here. So obviously the bigger end mounts there to hold the 2 shocks. So now we're going to go on the truck and start putting this stuff here together. Well, welcome to under the truck. You see you got your differential here. So the front of the truck, we're looking obviously to the back. And we take this bracket, goes next to the differential. There's a little horseshoe for it. And there's a gap of 1/8 to 3/16 that needs to be done between this tie rod and this bracket. So I'm going to get it on and get it mounted, and then I'll got my tape measure here, and I'll show you that when that's done so we can measure it, and then we'll get onto the tie rod ends. All right, just like that, your axle bracket's on. I had a spare piece of cardboard that I used to keep my gap there and kind of sandwiched it. 1/8 to 3/16 is the gap it calls for. These are 9/16 bolts and washers that you have to use. Like I said, it's just U-bolts. It's on there. So now we got to put the tie rod brackets that look like this on so we can mount the shocks. Let me show you how that goes. All right, the driver's side bracket is on the tie rod. You can see there's a little bump that this one bumps up against. It says don't tighten it down. It's not tightened. But also, there's a little lip where it lips up, kind of swooshes up. That's to help line up that center bracket. And also, as you can see, it faces in. The one on the passenger side faces in. So that's how you know which one goes on which side. It's got that little bump up and they point in. So I'm going to go over there and get the passenger side mounted, and then we will mount the studs that go in here. I'll show you that, and we'll get the shocks. Well, Skyjacker got me good. So you have to assemble these posts, you know, and you've got lock washer, nut, flat washer that goes against, you know, shocks here, flat washer, nut, or crush washer, and your nut. Well, there's 4 of them that you have to have. In one of the kits, they sent me the lock washer, the nut, the bug washer, and 2 lock washers, but no nut.
You just got jammed.
And it was sealed in a plastic bag. It didn't get lost in the box. So, shout out to Skyjacker. Now I get to spend on top of my project to go try and find a nut. And just like that, it is all together. So, these are the posts that I was showing you. The nut, including the trip to the hardware store. But again, These back ones here are 9/16. The ones that hold your brackets on top are half. These are 3/4 on the bottom, and all these in 11/32 on the top. But just like that, we checked for binding, but we are done with the steering stabilizer installation. Excuse me. So I call them the steering dampener. So there you go. One more down in the books. On to the next. God bless. Let's get rolling.